can't believe New England didn't get their independence. That's got to be the first time I've ever seen that. I want to get involved in some of these civil wars, but I don't really know what sides to pick. I would have picked theirs. The Ursine Party. So they're bears, are they? Actually, that totally makes sense. It's the California Bear. Duh! So that's basically the California Nationalists. Because their symbol is a bear. That's hilarious. Okay. I thought they were taking the piss. I was like, actually, that makes complete sense. Don't forget to build supply depots. My factories are working just fine without them, thank you very much. I'm so disappointed with how Supreme Ruler is at the moment. We basically decided that Supreme Ruler Ultimate's just broken, which is going to stop the Legacy of the Dutch campaign. For some reason, Supreme Ruler AI just stops. It just doesn't do anything. And we've worked out that's basically unique to Supreme Ruler Ultimate, because it does work in Supreme Ruler Great War without the Ultimate stuff. No, the standalone Great War it works. In the Ultimate version of Great War it didn't. And also in the modern version that we did, also no AI. So it's really broken. Indonesia is free, yes, because the Dutch went syndicalist. Syndicalism spreads to Burma! No! We must intervene. Whoa, but I became part of the Bharatiya commune. Dude. No. Okay, devoted monarchy. Absolutely. Even more weekly national unity. I wonder how long that lasts, or if there is actually a limit, or if that's just going to go up to 100. Political power gain of plus 10%, and then even more social conservatives. Begin. 69%. We need to go up to 80 to get the very high bonus. What country am I going to play as next? I only just started as Siam. Jeez. So I don't know. Unfortunately, the PSA is busy growing, smoking, and selling marijuana. But they do own Colorado. So I'm not surprised by that. And yeah, national unity is indeed going up. Marvellous. Once Bharatiya goes to war with Dominion or Princely Federation, I might go to war with them. And yeah, Indonesia is kind of a tempting target. How many troops do you have? You have no troops right now. Oh, this new independence thing. It's difficult for new nations, I understand. We should give you our own guidance through the future problems that you may face. Like, being an independent state ourselves, we can give you this kind of information. Unfortunately, I can't justify on them. World tension needs to be 75%. Basically going to have to wait until the Second World War to break out. Wait, weed is now legal in California? Huh. Funnily enough, I actually voted for that. Because I am registered in California, I voted. And that was the thing that was up. Kind of funny. Like, yeah. Being a US citizen, I can still vote for such things. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much about politics, though. So, what else can I be building? Like, I may as well queue it up. Isan and Charaput are going to gain 3 next. And these are these top ones. And you don't have much industry, but Isan has lots. So you're going to go up to level 7 infrastructure, so I can give you another 3. And then you get the additional 3 for free for yourself. Marvellous! Ooh, that's a lot of air experience. I should wait until I have the 1940 tech before doing that, I think. And we should also start seriously thinking about what companies we want to get. Being a high school student, the increased availability of weed is apparent. I can believe that. Do you think they need closer ties to Germany to help from Baratia? Not really. Like, one thing I do know about Southeast Asia, it is a pain to invade. So even if I'm up against numerically superior enemies, I can just hold this line. I mean, this is basically all... These are hills, right? Yeah. Hills, mountains, plus river. Good luck. And jungle. Yeah, plus I have a jungle fighter general. In fact, my general's just quite good in generally. So we should be alright. Baratia just declared war on, what was that, Nepal? Yes. No, it was Dominion of India. My bad. So the Entente are going after Nepal. Okay. They want those Gurkhas. They are good. Let's get rid of that. And that. We have the devoted military. Monarchy, even. Washington's just fallen. Cool. Modern Siamese nation. Replace the Prakapat reforms with modern Siamese nation, which gives another 10% political power and more consumer goods reduction. Our nation has progressed quite far from the backwater country it was in the 19th century to a modern institution of the 20th century, who is at the forefront of progress. We shall not stop here, but continue to strive for the better. I'd agree with that. Seems reasonable. Nepal, cool hat guy. One of many. He does seem to have like a palace or something on his head. Russia declared war on Al Shorda, unsurprisingly. Would the terrain lead me to emphasize artillery and mountain troops in your divisions? Yep. I'm already planning to use a lot of artillery. I'm already getting a superior firepower doctrine. Plus, my general is one of the very few generals who has a unique trait, which is increased artillery attack. So yes, artillery will be featuring pretty heavily in my tactics. Due to a recent increase in political power, the end is in sight! We are almost back to normal. We're back at low. Cool. This is a very dramatic and very quick recovery, which is awesome. So artillery attack. I wonder if that bonus counts for rocket artillery. Because if that's line artillery as opposed to towed artillery, then yes, it would be. Hang on, there might actually be a way of determining that. Let's just go to the Hotline 4 wiki, because I wish to see the unit breakdown, because the unit breakdown tells you what tags they have. Land units. Scroll down. Rocket artillery are tagged as just straight up artillery, so yes, it will. Oh no, that's the equipment they need, never mind. Category, there we are. Rocket artillery, yeah, see they're tagged as line artillery. Artillery are tagged as artillery, so no, rocket artillery would not count. Alright, so we're not getting rocket artillery this time. Not a problem. What path is Japan going down? Serbia declared war on Bulgaria. Japan is going the Koyuki Railways. They've gone the Yokueisha faction. Have they fixed the Kodoha yet? Yes, they have. Oh, that's good. Because it used to be that nationalisation and land reform used to just clash with nationalisation and land reform. And if you've gone down Kodoha, then you were locked into getting the nationalisation policy, but they actually have different national spirits now. You have the economic reform, which gives you the consumer goods factories -10, as opposed to the Kodoha faction national spirit, which gives you those. Good! Max factories in state plus 10%. Land reform. Start preparations for major land reform. Maybe with those, I'm not sure. That was always a bit of a balky thing. Fourth Balkan War. What's with the Balkans and war all the time? Jeez, they need to be peaceful and kind of pacifist, but not really, like us in Siam. Could I be building more troops? Should I be building more troops? Should I be upgrading troops? That's probably a better question, and the answer is almost certainly yes. Like, militia templates are just 6 militia. I could turn them into straight up infantry. I wonder actually the difference between those. 18, 92, 12, 36, 132, 18. So yes, the regular infantry units are way better than the militia, so I should probably switch those around. And that would only use infantry equipment, which we can totally afford right now. The one where it's a little more questionable is if we want to start adding artillery or any of the other support equipment, where our stocks are rather more limited, although we do have a surprising number of light tanks. But I think I'm going to start upgrading these militia. So we're going to grab those guys and we're going to say, become them. Take 1,200? Yeah, we can totally afford that. It will require retraining, but we can do that. It's not a problem. New army, train, go. Lovely! Okay. Production efficiency is increasing. We could do with buying... No. I was going to say we could do with buying some aluminium, but considering how many factories we actually have producing that, not really. One of the nice things I noticed in the latest dev diary for Hearts of Iron 4 is you can now assign multiple factories per slot. So I think you can now assign up to something like 100 factories per class. So instead of having 7 infantry equipments, just 15, 15, 15, 15, you can just go like 100, 100, 100. Basically, each slot can have either 1 factory, 5 factories, or 10 factories, I think are the numbers. And it will actually like display a different icon depending on how many factories you've indicated. And there's now a breakdown of the number of factories assigned to each section. And you can also minimize these. So there's a lot of UI improvements coming with the new DLC for Hearts of Iron. They're definitely doing the right thing in this expansion. Like, the last 2 expansions have been, frankly, disappointing. Together for Victory was alright, I guess. Death of Dishonor, however, was terrible. So the new one, they've kind of learned from the backlash, I hope. And are actually putting some effort in. Field Hospital 1. Good. It is almost 38, so I'm actually going to hold off, and we're going to get the 1938 research tech when it becomes available, because we're holding out for less than a month. So that should be fine. You guys can rejoin. And yeah, you should be trained just fine. We still have quite a few infantry equipment guns left over. So I am wondering... You're just engineers and support. I wonder, can we add recon to you? We can. Just. Field hospitals? Field hospitals are slightly too expensive, plus we have very little motorized, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yes, we'll be a bit low, but we'll make up that deficit. And that is more or less the template that we are going for at the moment. So with that in mind... Oh, right, yeah, we need motorized, and I have no thing to do motorized with. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to queue up a motorized. We're just going to cancel you. Just gone. Bye. It's nice knowing you. Man, we're down to just 13% deficit for that. Nice. 43%. World tension. It's rising. Wars are beginning to begin. United States have almost lost that bit. New England have lost New England. Pacific States, you're losing your opportunity here, buddy. Have they announced the cost for the new DLC? Not that I know of, no. They haven't even announced a release date, unlike... Oh, I can't believe they're doing this again. They're releasing Crusader Kings 2, Jade Empire, and Cradle of Civilization for EU4 on the same sodding day again. Hated it when they did that last time, because it's like, as a YouTuber, you have to kind of pick which one you want to play. For me, U4 is always going to take precedence, just because I much prefer it. So, as much as I would love to play Jade Empire, I'm going to be playing U4, because that's the one I prefer. And Jade Empire is just going to kind of go by the wayside. It's their own stupid fault for releasing on the same day. Like, it cannot be good for their marketing. It cannot be. Because you're basically... People don't tend to like buying two things at once because it's more expensive. You buy one thing, you play it, you get bored of it, you then think, oh, I'd like to buy something else, and then you buy the second one. Why release it on the same day? People will forget about it. It's a terrible idea. Jade Empire is the new expansion for Crusader Kings 2, where they bring in Chinese mechanics. So even though China's not actually on the map, you can still interact with them through events and things. Modern Siamese nation has been completed. So we are now producing a whopping 50% political power boost, which is awesome. And we are going to shift over to this and start recovering from the economic issues. So initial economic stabilization. Off we go. Bink. Hammer collar. Happy Saturday. Saturday is always happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Research. Right, Monday. Yeah, I dropped the ball on that one a bit. I wanted to be doing that. The computing machine. Will never catch on. Is there a focus where I can ask for Singapore? There seems to be a distinct lack of anything diplomatic, actually. So, no. The only ones that might be are these. But I don't really understand how they work or what. Yeah, I have no idea. And those seem to be the only diplomatics. I'm just going to go through and take a bit of a closer look. Those are all military, these are all navy, those are all air, these are all the political, which I've already done. Lessons from the Civil War don't seem to be actually combat-y. In fact, we know they're not. They're the ones that you can't get by the Rathapasha. Nope, don't know. In the meantime, we can get a better ship, but honestly, we need to build this one first, and that's still 1.5 years away. Ugh. The diplomatic part of the tree will be in the next update, according to the devs. Will they? I must have missed that. And hey, Solar Frenchie. Get mountaineers. Yeah, I intend to, at some point. Is this Let's Play going to be on YouTube? It is. As of Monday? Trying to remember exactly what my plan is. Yes, this will go up on Monday. Starting on. And, right, yeah, technology, because we just got the ship. It is 38, that means no more of those. We're already researching that. I don't want to do those. Could do better artillery. And by could do, I mean should do. Is there an option to play Hearts of Iron for Sweden or Switzerland? And if so, have you tried it? Yeah. I haven't done it yet, but yes, there is. You mean vanilla Hearts of Iron or Kaiserreich? Because Kaiserreich actually has focuses for Switzerland and Sweden. The Swiss ones were released in the latest update. Or the latest content patch. And it actually looks pretty good. Like, I was kind of torn between playing a Siam or Switzerland. Next time I probably will play a Switzerland. No promises though, as always. Missing equipment production. Equipment infantry. Yeah, I know. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Ah, you guys are trained. Go and join them. And there we go. Everyone's up to scratch. You are all basic infantry guys, but that's fine. And how is the construction going? Still working in the Isan ones. We are getting more and more consumer goods factories working on that, though, which is civilian factories working on that. Is Middle Africa the most boring country in Kaiserreich? Why are there no playthroughs on YouTube? Middle Africa are one of the ones I want to try, but actually the one I really want to try is Germany in Exile. I'm going to have to do a playthrough on Fast Forward and then play as Germany in Exile, because they have their own focus tree. Like, once Germany is lost in Germany and moves to Africa, there is an entire focus tree of that to help Germany retake the continent. And I would like to try that at some point. Outdated equipment, yeah, that's the light cruiser I'm building. That's not going to change. It'd be too much wasted production if I did. So I'm just building a light cruiser 1. It's already more than halfway, so it's fine. You can't upgrade those halfway, unfortunately. You have just got to finish what you have already. Initial economic stabilization, that's going to help significantly with basically everything, although that did cost a bunch of political power. Ouch! Man, these are expensive. I was just starting to recover, damn it. Ooh, 1% recruitable population, that's nice. So I think we should kickstart local business so that we can get even more economic stabilization. And then eventually Tiger Club economy. When do we actually get rid of Black Monday? Oh, I see. That removes recovering from Black Monday completely. We get economic stabilization for a year and then we're done. Black Monday's gone. And then this is like the boosted economy. I mean, the other thing I would like is another research slot, so we could definitely go down that and actually get a lot of research. 10% faster. Let's kickstart local businesses so we can at least start the 1 year timer, and then we're going to get the technology, I think. It's going to put us back to minus 260, but we produce a lot of political power thanks to the lovely, lovely plus 50%, so it's all good. Hey, Bussy. United Provinces of America declared war on Central America. Cool. Is the next care update just about the Italian states? No, they always add more than just one thing. I would really like a Caribbean Federation. Like, if they did a Caribbean Federation one, I would play it like that, because it's gonna be Navy heavy. It's kind of got to be, really. Like, you would just own all of the dockyards. Oh, and I wonder if, like, Ian Fleming could take over as the country leader. Was he more in the 60s? How old was Fleming in Second World War? Because he lived in the Caribbean. And you could basically just have a James Bond in charge of your country. He was the writer of James Bond. But he lived like James Bond. Like, just a ridiculous lifestyle in the Caribbean. Yeah, it would be very cool if they did do a Caribbean Federation. I think that's the one I'd be the most interested in seeing. And China. Like, any improvements in China, I am all for. Not necessarily because I would play as them, though I ultimately would, but just because China is so freaking powerful, they really just need a little bit more of a focus on them. Because they could really screw up world affairs, but at the moment they just don't that much. Ian Fleming is in the UOB, he can be the security minister. That is true, he can. So yes, you can already get James Bond. How old was Fleming in the 40s? I'm going to have to look that one up. Oh, mighty Google! Of course, I immediately just try and look for James Bond. No! It's Ian Fleming I want to know. Born in 1908, so he would have been 22 in 1930, 32 in 1940. So yeah, absolutely the right age. Was he active in World War II then? Yeah, he was. He was in the Navy. No, he was in Naval Intelligence. Oh, of course, of course he was. He was a commander in the Royal Naval Intelligence. You know, like a certain guy called Bond. Casino Royale is based off a true story. He was a poker table and realised his opposite was his opposite number in naval intelligence. That doesn't surprise me. That does not surprise me at all. Alright, so we are once again getting a bit of a surplus, so we might be able to promote one of our other troops to Death Squadron. Ooh, superior firepower, nice. Yeah, you guys are completely unupgraded right now, so you would probably be the best candidate to turn into that. Slightly short on support equipment, but everything else we have more than enough. Do it. And you will need to be in a new unit because you will require training. Or not.